bellies, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna make the universe. Okay, not the universe that we're currently in. Obviously that's not possible because we're in it, but we're gonna make a miniature universe, and it's gonna be a sphere. Oh. And that universe is gonna fit in the very palm of my hand. Wow. I'll keep my day job. So if you guys want to see how I create this universe using this sweet little sphere mold that I got from AliExpress, a little Resin Rox UV Resin, some little embellishments, alcohol ink, some opaque dyes, and of course, glitter, then please keep watching. But first, don't forget to like and subscribe and to click that bell so you don't miss any new videos. Let's get our universe on. All right, our sweet sphere mold, we're using Resin Rox UV Resin, and I'm going to add a little bit of resin to the mold, and I actually turn it around so I coat every edge, including that at the very top, with resin. Then I cure it. And this is what makes that dome shape, so you can't see the individual lines that you pour, like the individual layers. Now I'm going to add a little embellishment here. Bloop. And that's going to be like the sun or the center of our universe. Do a little flash cure, adding more resin. And now I'm going to add some more embellishments, and these are basically to make what will look like the planets. So I think I added like 6 of the little beads and then about 3 of the big ones. And it was kind of hard to fish these tiny beads out of this container, which is why I'm struggling. Now I kind of use a toothpick to get them in the placement that I want, and then I do a quick flash cure. More resin. Now I'm going to try to make the swirly bit of the universe, and this part's kind of tricky, so I'm just dipping a toothpick into the dye itself and swirling around. But then you can see it kind of, the resin in there's moving, because I think the layer below is still curing, so to speak. So I keep kind of messing with it, and this is where I think I overdid it a little bit with too much of this opaque dye. I finally got a swirly look, you can see, and I do a flash cure, and then I'm going to try to do it again because I wanted I don't know, I wanted it different. Okay, now time for glitter, because you gotta have glitter in a galaxy. That's what happens. These are like the stars, people. Billions of stars with iridescent glitter and navy glitter. But I just thought it would look pretty, and I love this mixture. So I'm gonna dump a little bit in there, and I'm gonna do a flash cure. Now, you can see I drip some on the side there. You have to be careful with these molds, because if you drip it on the side, it's gonna stick to the side no matter what. And it's gonna show up in your finished project. So just try to be careful getting it right into the center. Now I'm gonna add to that mixture I had, whatever I had left over, some of that red dye and some of the opaque dye. Just did 1 drop of each, mixed it in, and now I'm gonna cure this. And now to that same container, I added 1 drop of the midnight blue, the white, and the black. And then I'm doing a minimal mix and then pouring it again, because I kind of like that dirty pour look. And then I'm gonna flash cure. Now honestly, you can't tell that I did that in the finished project, because you just see one little ring of it around where we're working. Now I'm gonna do the real final cure. Well, this isn't the final cure, but it's a legit cure with a lamp, and I'm gonna flip it. I do both sides for 3 minutes, pop that bad boy out, and now to finish it off with this unicorn glitter. I love this glitter so much. So just mixing it up, popping it in there. Now I didn't put enough UV resin in here to fill this sphere up the rest of the way, so I end up adding just a touch more of UV resin to the top of this to top it off. There it goes. And I kind of mix it around, and then I'm going to do another full cure of 3 minutes on each side after this little flash cure. That concludes the creation of this magical universe. You guys know what time it is? It's demolding time. This was pretty easy to do. Now, what is it gonna look like? I don't actually know, but getting it in there seemed pretty straightforward. And I really do love this UV resin. It's Resin Rox UV Resin. It's a hard type resin. I don't know if they sell a soft type UV resin. I don't even know if that exists. However, this resin is the bee's knees for she's. I think it's great. I've never had an issue with it. I've never had any tackiness, which I've had in the past with other resins. I love it. It's so good. So if you get a chance to check this out, they do sell out on this a lot on their website. So if it comes in stock, I highly recommend picking up a bottle. It's good stuff. I like it. My friend Adri recommended this resin to me, and it's awesome. So thank you, Adri. All right, back to it. was pretty straightforward. It was easy to make. Let's see how it turns out though, because you know, the best made plans, right? Okay, so I'm gonna just push it out of this little hole. I mean, this thing's kind of big. Like you can see, it's like that big, and then it's gonna come out of this little hole. It's like birthing a universe here. Okay. Oh, it's coming okay. Oh, okay. All right. Does it look like a universe? It's so pretty. Look at it. So, honestly, oh, a little bit of the dark part got down here. This is pretty cool. I wish I would have put the little silver balls, kind of like looks like planets, a little bit closer to the white part. You see how they sit up a little bit from the white? And honestly, I wish I would have gotten the clear down to the halfway point. So, learning for next time, so there'd be a little bit more depth there, but I think this is pretty cool. There's so much you could do with this too. Also, I think it would have been neat if I would have made it clear on both sides. So, you know, this is how it was poured. Each step going this way, this was being the bottom. I really wish I would have done like an opaque color here in the middle and then done clear and almost kind of repeated it on the way up. Maybe not with a kind of like a sun and planets here, but I don't know, make this clear up here again and do like a little swirly action. I think that would look pretty cool. But what do you guys think? I mean, of course I'll do close-ups. I think it's really hard to tell at this angle. I need to do some magged up stuff so we can get all up in there. But you see how it like sits on top? Oh, this is cool. I should have done more clear. Resin's just so cool. Gosh, I love it. 3D, amazing, magical. Now, what am I gonna do with this? I have no idea. I was thinking about possibly making it a keychain. The only issue is it's sort of flat on this side. It's not a full sphere, right? It has a little bit of flatness right here. I don't know if you can tell. However, I could sink in a screw eye and then have this be on a keychain. I think that would look cool. This would look cool as a necklace too. You know what I could have done? I could have just not fully poured it all the way and then would have a flat back, and then I can make the front part like a necklace, like a pendant. That would look really cool. And even if I just partially poured this, maybe I could fit it into a bezel. That would be neat too. Either way, I think it's cool. It's got a very neat 3D look to it, and it definitely has kind of a universe look. I do wish I would have used a little bit less white so the darker could show through. But I think it's pretty freaking awesome. Like, I can't stop staring at it. It's kind of mesmerizing. All in all, for a first time doing this, and it's hard, you don't know what it's gonna look like until you pop it out, right? So for a first time attempt, I'm proud of it. I think it's awesome. This mold is the bee's knees. I am so excited to use this again. It was so easy to use. It was fun to use. I was worried about how it would demold, but you saw that it popped out really easy. I didn't tear up the mold. The edges look just as they did before. So I purchased this from AliExpress and I showed it in a haul. I'll put a link to that video right here. 2 thumbs up. Can't wait to use this again. Please let me know what other ideas do you have for me to put in here, because really the sky's the limit, honestly. I'm really excited to use that mold again. I can't wait. Oh, love resin. It's so wonderful. All right, guys, that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. I got this on AliExpress, and I showed it in a... I love it. It's so great. I don't know why I have this accent. My hair's out of control. I mean, you didn't come here for fashion. You came here for resin, so let's just ignore that. And that universe is gonna fit in the palm of my hand. Oh. I'm not good at magic. What if we're all just living in a resin universe right now? I don't think that's possible, because we'd all be frozen, right? It wouldn't be cool. And it would have gotten really hot during the exothermic reaction, so it's not possible. Or is it? Well, it doesn't really cover it, does it? You get the idea, right? I think you do. You can play marbles with... No, I'm just throwing universes. Ooh. That probably doesn't look right. Resin Rox. Too much? Okay. Well, there goes my shot at being a UV Resin Rox resin... Infinite cosmic power. Space. Intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic. I hope it's not copyright, because I didn't sing it, I was just saying. This reminds me of that. But I hope that's in your head now. know that part? That doesn't sound like that at all. I must have just sounded like a real weirdo. If you don't know that song, you're gonna be like, I don't ever want to hear that song, because that was very strange. It's like when you think you know how something goes, and then you realize you don't. That's my whole life. Is still serious. Where were you when we were curing the UV resin? I'm gonna stop rambling on and doing weird things with my arms. Okay, it's time to go.